Plaintiff Kristen Gamble says the defendant was her landlord for a year. And it didn't take Kristen long to realize that she lives beyond her means. Kristen claims bill collectors were constantly knocking on her door looking for the defendant. And Kristen suing her former landlord for a security deposit and emotional distress. Defendant Stephanie Epstein says after Kristen moved in with her, she realized she wasn't who Stephanie thought she was. Stephanie claims Kristen acted solely out of greed. And she's countersuing for painting costs and legal fees.
Start with you.
I first want to start a little bit about talking about Stephanie's character, because I actually do believe that is the reason why I do not have my deposit at this point in time. Stephanie was my landlord from April 2018 to 2019. And the first time I ever met her, she showed up cute as could be as a flashy little fashionista. And look at her. She deserves to be. But I learned very quickly that's only good if you can afford that lifestyle. And I learned that she couldn't, because people would come knock at my door 8 months out of the year that I lived there and would be looking for Stephanie for collections. Even the state of Texas came looking to file a lawsuit against her for property taxes.
What do you call that? Living the lifestyle that you can't
Living
afford.
the lifestyle that you can't
Living the high
afford.
life.
Hey, it's being young. We were all there once.
Nah, a lot of people, nah. No, that's called ghetto fabulous.
Ghetto fabulous.
Yes,
I like that.
when
Okay,
you buying
no.
fabulous things that you can't afford, sleeping on the floor, on the couch, or in the studio, you got you bag rich.
Bag rich.
Yeah, you 100,000, 50,000 in bags and sleeping on the couch. Go ahead.
That's good.
All right, so you saw people were coming by, collection agencies, people, and everybody else saying
Correct.
she owed them.
She owed them money. The state of Texas
And when she walked out the door, she had on red bottoms every day. Go ahead.
Well, and I kind of always judged knowing that when this tight money situation was going to happen, because two predictors, she has a website that she sells her clothes on. That would have a lot of expensive clothes go on it. And then she has a luxury apartment in downtown Dallas, and that would go up for lease every short time, and then it would be done. And then I found out she was in Costa Rica, which that is fine. Everyone gets to take a vacation, but not on my dime.
On you, right. All right.
Not on my dime, Your Honor.
And how did you all get along otherwise?
I like Stephanie. I have no problem with
Your tenancy
Stephanie.
was fine. Sleeping on the floor, on the couch, or in the studio. You got you bag rich.
Bag rich.
Yeah, you 100,000, 50,000 in bags and sleeping on the couch. Go ahead.
That's good.
Defendant Stephanie Epstein rented a room in her home to the plaintiff. And the plaintiff claims after she moved in, she discovered Stephanie lives way beyond her means.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Your Honor, it was very important to me to find a trustworthy tenant to live in my home. This was my childhood home that I grew up in, and unfortunately my mom passed away in 2017 and I inherited the house. Addressing some of the issues, this was the first time, I'm an only child, she was a single mother. It was the first time that I had all of these things that I had to deal with. I had to deal with taxes for the first time, all of these things that I didn't know how to do. So yes, I did have to address all of that, and maybe I wasn't on time, but everything was addressed and everything was handled. We connected over the fact that she had an elderly father. He was close by. I wanted to help her, so I thought that she would be a good tenant, but it turned out that she acted out of greed and wasn't who I thought she was.
How did she act out of greed?
Well, she was, after I found out that I was being sued, I called her, tried to resolve it over the phone, and she was not willing to resolve. I have correspondence with her.
Let me start.
Can I address that issue?
Yeah, give me the specifics also on why she owes you for the security deposit and emotional distress.
Okay. The reason she owes for the security deposit, that was $2,225. That was 1 month's rent, and I have that in documentation for you. Also, the $1,000 is for emotional distress because I did have to keep tracking her down, and she kept promising me that she was going to pay. Actually, on June 27th.
Pay you what? That's what you haven't explained how she owes you.
Yeah, to pay the full deposit back.
Why? Why?
Because I had left the place clean. I had done everything
so you haven't told me any of that. When did you move out?
I moved out on April 30th.
Okay, was that voluntarily? What were the circumstances?
No, my lease was up.
Okay. All right, and then what happened? You asked for your security deposit back, and what did she tell you?
Well, I contacted her on May 28th and sent a text message to her because I had sent her my forwarding address. Per our contract, state law, it says in there that you have 30 days on or before to return the deposit. On May 28th, which is 21 days after I had sent her the forwarding address, I still didn't have a deposit, so I just wanted to make sure that she actually had my forwarding address. She said that she did, and that she'd be putting a check in the mail. Then I got back in town on June 10th and sent her a text, did not hear from her, called her on June 12th, didn't not hear from her.
Ma'am, you didn't know what to do. You should have went right down to your local Gucci. That's what she was.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Gucci with your money. But go ahead. You kept calling and then what?
I called. That text was our normal form of communication. I then finally emailed her on the 14th, and on the 14th she sent me back an email saying, you know, you were a great resident. She was out of town at that moment, and that she would cancel the first check, and that she actually had to pay to repaint. I had touched up paint with the paint that was in the house.
She agreed to return the deposit.
She agreed to return the deposit,
okay.
But in the first, I'm sorry, Your Honor, in the first in the first email, she said it cost her $4,000 to repaint the house.
So she said she was going to deduct the paint.
She was going to deduct on the first time
so she would
$1,000.
not give you $1,000.
The week later, I get a text message from her saying that her tenants had found someone cheaper to paint the house, but I'm confused because she said she already repainted the house.
Did she ever say, I will give you cash money back? Nothing about repainting, nothing about this. Did she say, I will give you your, or a portion of your money back?
When we were in negotiations, she said that she would get. I was always getting my full deposit back.
Okay, let me hear from you.
Yes, I do have correspondence. I have the photographs of the house.
I'll go back.
No? Okay.
Yeah. I want you to explain to me, as she has. First of all, she said that you didn't return the security deposit that she was due, and she continued to try and reach out to you, and one of your defenses was you had to paint the place. You tell me what happened regarding and the discussions regarding the security deposit and why you don't think you should return it.
Yes, Your Honor. I mailed her 2 checks. The first security deposit was deducted $1,000 for the paint quote that I received for $4,500 to repaint the home. There were 10 rooms that needed to be repainted. The house had, it looked like the walls had chicken pox on it. This is a direct quote from somebody that toured the property.
Because most painting is normal wear and tear. Everybody paints their house when they get a new tenant, ma'am.
Yes, sir. This was, I mean, Your Honor, this was not normal wear and tear. It was not normal wear and tear. There were spots.
In your opinion, but I make that decision today. And so far from what I see as normal wear and tear, unless you got anything else.
Then I got back in town on June 10th and sent her a text, did not hear from her. Called her on June 12th, did not hear from her.
Ma'am, you didn't know what to do. You should have went right down to your local Gucci. That's what she was.
Your Honor.
Gucci with your money.
Defendant Stephanie Epstein rented a room in her home to the plaintiff. And the plaintiff claims after she moved in, she discovered Stephanie lives way beyond her means.
What have you told her about this? Have you ever told her you would pay her?
Yes, absolutely.
And how much did you tell her you would pay her?
I informed her that I would pay her $1,225, only deducting $1,000 from the paint job that I would have incurred the rest of the cost out of the kindness of my heart. I thought that me and her had a good relationship.
You gonna give her what out of the kindness of your heart?
I was only going to deduct $1,000 from the quote that I received.
Oh, of the $4,000?
Yes, and then I did have
you got a quote for $4,000 for this?
Yes, sir.
Let me see that.
There were 10 rooms that needed...
Y'all both scamming me now. You're going to tell me there's a painting company that gave you something that says $4,400 for these little blotches on the wall. Got
Your
it.
Honor, there were 10 rooms that needed to be...
I understand. Well, show me the other 10 rooms, because this is one room. Show me the other 10 or the other 9.
I have another quote from
Show me the other 9, the pictures of any of the other 9 rooms. What you've given me is one room. Show me the damage on any other room. Picture of the damage.
Your Honor, those are the pictures that I
Okay,
have.
front one room. Good enough.
Your
All
Honor.
right, and you say the reason you're keeping her $1,000 was for this, the paint, which you don't believe is normal wear and tear.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
otherwise, you say you do owe her $1,225. Is that what you're saying?
Your Honor, and then I had to incur legal fees for discussing this, which was $1,000.
Discussing it?
Or I had to incur legal fees for
What
this
did they tell
matter.
you? They told you were wrong?
We had several discussions.
Did they tell you were wrong?
No, Your Honor.
Did they
didn't.
write a letter to anybody telling you you were right? Did they write a letter to you telling you how to resolve a dispute that you have the right position on? Did the lawyer say that? Lawyers say, go to small claims and let the judge know that such and such. Or did the lawyer say, I'm going to write a letter? How much did you pay the lawyer?
$1,000.
Okay, and the lawyer gave you nothing but over the phone, go ahead and get sued. All right, you have anything from the lawyer
Yes, I
that
have
you
an
went
invoice.
to? And you would only win if you went to the lawyer and her case had been frivolous.
Your
You
Honor,
didn't have a frivolous case. You were supposed to go to the lawyer because you were supposed to give her all of her deposit back except for any exceptional damage, not repainting the room. Any landlord worth his salt repaints the room when the tenant leaves.
Your Honor, the
and
home-
that's part of the normal wear and tear. And I'll grant you your judgment and your claim is dismissed. This is normal wear and tear for one room. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Judgment for the plaintiff, your claim is dismissed.
I wish you the best.
I wish you the best. I never should have come to this, but hey, we'll be friends later, okay?
Of course we will, yes.
Plaintiffs Belinda Rowland and her husband Kent say when they met the defendant, they thought she was responsible and intelligent, but she turned out to be a dishonest party girl. Kent claims they paid the defendant to train their horse, but she didn't, so they're suing. Defendant Bailey Lindsay says the plaintiffs have no room to talk about her lifestyle when they allow underage drinking in their home. Bailey's countersuing the plaintiffs for unreturned property.
Start with you all.
Yeah. Your Honor, when we met Bailey, it was several months ago, and when I first met her, she seemed to be a very responsible young lady, very nice. She seemed to have a lot going on with her, seemed to be intelligent. As time went on, we learned that she's nothing more than a party girl and doesn't know how to tell the truth.
Where'd you learn that from about her partying?
We actually had her in our home. She moved in with us rent-free for several months, and during the course of the time that she was in there, just for her actions and the
Tell
things
me,
that she did
what
and
was she
said.
doing?
Well, as an example, something as very simple as saying, I'm going to run off to the store and I'll be right back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she doesn't come home till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay, what makes you think she's partying?
She has admitted to our grandson.
Okay, because
that-
they have midnight church service, and they have 24-hour church service, in fact,
Yeah.
in Detroit.
So she's
You
admitted
can
to our
go and you
grandson.
can pray until like 3 a.m. for sure.
Yeah.
Particularly on New Year's Eve, you just don't go to church. You don't know whether this woman wasn't partying. You just don't go to church. If you went to church, you wouldn't necessarily conclude she was partying.
Well, that's-
right? You weren't partying, were you?
That's very
No, sir.
true.
You go to church, don't you?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Well, Your Honor, when we first met Bailey.
I ain't playing with God. I'm just asking questions, very basic questions.
Absolutely. When we first met Bailey, we have horses, and she was introduced to us as an equestrian, and that she had a lot of skills, and we have a horse that hadn't been ridden in a year due to my wife being laid up and not able to ride that horse.
Defendant Bailey Lindsay was paid to train the plaintiff's horse, but they claim Bailey failed to do the job and turned out to be a dishonest party girl.
Go ahead.
So Bailey indicated that she had the skills to perform what we needed to have done on the horse, which was basically a spring tune-up and put some riding hours on the horse to where it was used to being ridden again. She had the opportunity to look over the horse and said that she could definitely do the job.
All right, before we get to what happened on the job, let me get some background from her.
Sure.
Young lady.
I don't understand how they call me a party girl. Their grandson has smoked pot. He also, they
How
allow
old is
Aaron.
he?
He's 18. They allow him to drink at the house also. So I've been
not
independent since I've been 17, so I understand why they see him wild. I just kind of do things on my own. I've always been taught that. I met them and they seemed really nice people. I said they would help with the horse, but fortunately the weather didn't play a very good play in that. It got really hot this summer, and that can damage the horses. They can get heat strokes just like people, so I just...
Okay, so you're saying something happened when she was attending to the horse, sounds like?
No, nothing happened
All
to
right,
the horse.
so why don't you tell me what did happen?
Okay. Well, Your Honor, we agreed on a price of $175.
Once again, what was the extent of her services?
To just put some time on the horse and get the horse used to riding and working again. Kind of
training and training?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Training of sorts.
Reminding the horse of their manners.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I have copies of the check that we
okay, and what
paid.
did she do wrong? Or failed to
She
do?
didn't
Well,
do anything.
We agreed that she had some financial concerns at the time, and we agreed to pay the $175 up front.
And how long was she working, if at all, on the horse?
This was in April, and she said the horse would be completed by the end of May.
Completely trained, you're saying?
Well,
yes, sir.
yes.
Completely
Yeah.
what? I keep saying trained,
Okay.
and you keep interrupting as if
Sorry.
it's not training. What services was she
Please.
supposed to provide?
Okay. The spring, what we call spring training, is getting the horse out, making sure that they're not going to pull on a bit when they're being ridden.
Training them
buck,
not to pull on the bit. What else?
Not buck, not kick.
Not buck, not kick. Training them not to do that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back. Training is
Okay.
what you paid her to do. So she was to complete that training when?
She indicated that she would have it done by the end of May.
End of May, what happened?
Well, a couple of days after we made this agreement, she came back to us and indicated that she was having some family issues and had to move out of her
So she didn't do it?
residence. I'm sorry, sir?
She didn't attempt to train him?
That
she
is
went
correct.
out maybe twice.
And so that's why you want your money back.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yes.
tell me about, you
I
want to respond
actually
or
worked
not?
with the horses a couple times. I just couldn't do it with Belinda breathing down my neck. The horse wouldn't listen to me.
So you did quit?
I did kind of quit, but also the weather was really bad. It was 90 degrees.
When you mean kinda, what do you mean by kinda?
I just
It's
couldn't
either
keep...
one or the other. Either you quit or you stay on the job.
I
don't
couldn't
know what
figure
that
out a
means.
time
Pardon?
where it was cool enough and cool down enough for a horse that wouldn't oversweat or overheat.
Ma'am, how many days did you spend tending to the horse? How long after getting, he says 2 days later you told him you didn't want to do it. Is that true or not?
No.
Did you ever tell him you didn't want to do it anymore?
No.
Okay, so what did happen to the job?
I said there was complications that I might have to postpone because of my family issues.
And you were telling him, so therefore you can't do it anymore?
Yes.
Didn't I just ask you, did you ever tell him you couldn't do it?
I
And your
did.
answer was no, I never told him that. Judgment for the plaintiff, you contradicted yourself right within 30 seconds. Judgment for the plaintiff, your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Plaintiff Samantha Bromfield dated the defendant, and they have twins. But Samantha claims during their relationship the defendant was physically abusive. Samantha claims the defendant once punched her in the face and threw a tire at her. And she's suing him today for breach of contract and emotional distress. Defendant Daryl Miley insists Samantha was the violent one in the relationship, and he has the tape to prove it. Daryl claims Samantha once busted out his windows in a jealous rage, and he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
I met the defendant in 2007, 2 months before I started my freshman year of college. We began dating. We had twins in 2009. In our relationship, it was definitely abusive, mentally and physically.
How so?
Physically, after we had the twins were 4 months old, Daryl socked me in the face. And then when they were 8 months old, he threw a tire through my driver's side window, and the glass shattered from my head to my toe. He was arrested. I had to go to the emergency room in an ambulance. I have actually medical records to show you also.
This part of your emotional distress claim?
Yes.
Okay.
I had an abrasion.
Prosecuted or?
Daryl talked me out of,
Right.
yeah, me being stupid.
Not
I should've-
unusual.
Yeah,
Not
he
unusual.
kind of talked me out of it. After that, I left the defendant. I moved back with my mother.
Good, at least you did that.
Yes, I left because I didn't want my daughter to think it would be okay for a man, regardless of who he is, to put his hands on her.
Good.
So
What were things like since then?
he came to the daycare with his girlfriend, him and his girlfriend trying to beat me up. Like,
Why?
basically.
Why do you all have all this violence after you've left?
Daryl always wants to get back with me.
And he thinks that committing acts of violence against you will help get you all back?
You have to ask him, Judge.
No,
honestly.
you're the one telling me. I don't
Oh.
think he's going to tell me that.
He's still in love with me, honestly, yes. Because
Okay.
up to a month ago, he asked could he move in my house. Things like that. So
You sure you all broke up a couple of years ago?
It was years ago, yes.
Years ago, and this man's
'cause
still
I've been
doing
with-
this. Huh?
Because I've been with him, so.
Oh, that's why you're saying this then.
No, seriously, Judge.
Ain't no man gonna be texting no woman years
You
later
don't
talking about I
understand.
love you. Never mind, I'm gonna stay out your business. I ain't got nothing to do with it, Doc.
Plaintiff Samantha Bromfield dated the defendant, and she claims he was physically abusive. But the defendant claims Samantha was the violent one, and he has the tape to prove it.
Go ahead, sir. You give me some background on your association, friendship with the ex or the mother of your children.
She's calling me violent. I have a video recording tape showing you that she's been the violent one the whole time.
She said the reason you all broke up is because you assaulted her, and she moved with her mother because you assaulted her. Did that happen or not?
Yes, it did.
Okay, well, let's start there.
Okay.
Now, what else do you want to tell me about any violence that occurred after that?
I moved with my grandmom. I found somebody else. She wanted to come down there and control that relationship. And she was basically trying to fight the other girl. I got Samantha out the house on respectful, with no police involved. And she was like breaking my windows, the house windows and all that. She has a violent
When was
past herself.
this? What year?
2010, 12, 11.
Okay. Ma'am, did that happen?
No. The girlfriend he has now broke his window
Oh,
at his
okay.
grandmother's house. I wish I had the pictures to show you because he called me like, hey, you need to come beat her up. She just broke my
So
window.
you've never initiated any violence against him?
No.
You never initiated it?
No, I haven't initiated. I felt like they were kinda
I know
ganging
everybody's
me.
going to say it's self-defense. I got all that. I said initiate. All right. And so he says he has footage to show me she initiated. Let's take a look.
Yo, keep it moving, yo.
Bro, I know. I will bite him. No, I never out of here. I will bite.
Get your mom to do it, yo. Your mom, your boyfriend, all of them do it. Your mom, your boyfriend, all that. Your boyfriend, your mom, your boyfriend. I know you do. You're a f***ing nut.
Come on.
You're a nut, boss man. Keep moving. You so crying.
See what you saying? What? If that's you, you look like a nut.
We was going
Like
through
he's
something.
saying you are.
No,
You talking
we
about see what you saying. Somebody was holding you back.
He ain't with you, boss. Keep moving.
They're holding you back the entire tape. You tried to assault him.
No, me and him were arguing.
No,
Yes.
you were trying to attack him. I'm looking right at it, ma'am. Don't tell me what you were doing. You were trying to attack. And you said you never initiated anything.
Daryl
You were
had
cursing him and trying to attack him. I looked right at it.
Because he tried to
He
punch me.
tried to punch
Yes.
you. So you just kept coming at him. Instead of walking away, you're telling him what you're going to do to him. You're threatening him. You're going at him. That's self-defense you're talking about?
I'm just like
Good enough. Your counterclaim for emotional distress is for what I just saw?
And more than that.
All
sir.
right. And what else?
There's plenty. It's plenty more.
Some other instances?
It's over a car that she's saying I didn't give her money for.
All right. That's the claim we're going to talk about now. The
Okay.
breach of contract, ma'am. How does he owe you for that?
In 2011, after we separated and everything, my mother and I had been bought a car. So the car kept giving problems, transmission. It was just too many issues. So the car, about the $500, I explained it there. I said, I'll give you the car. You have to sign a promissory note, promise that you will pay the tickets and that you also...
Did he sign it?
Yes, he
Let
did.
me see that.
I have that.
Did he repay it?
No, he gave me
All right.
$100 this
What
year.
else?
And the tickets on the car also. So this is the promissory note. It's 50% every 6 months. And then I explained to Daryl that the tickets on the car also.
Where you all from?
They're in collections, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia? Oh, okay, makes sense. Those are mafia rates. Go ahead.
Plaintiff Samantha Bromfield dated the defendant, and she claims he was physically abusive. But the defendant claims Samantha was the violent one, and he has the tape to prove it.
Go ahead, sir. What do you want to say about this money?
The $500 was my fault. I brought it to her job, gave her cash. Later on that day, she asked me to come back and take her home and get the kids something to eat. I put the $500 in her hand, cash, took her to dinner at night. She didn't give me a receipt for it. The tickets, I gave her a credit card. I wanted to have it on document that I gave her the money, and the credit card declined because I had paid it. I have proof right here that I paid the credit card, but I gave her a wrong card. They didn't mail me the new card out. So when she found out that the card declined, I came back downtown when she's supposed to pay the tickets, the parking tickets with that money, and I don't know what happened with that.
So your defense is that you gave her all the money you owed?
Yes, sir.
Is that basically what you're saying?
Sir.
Why do you think she's bringing you here today, then?
She's money hungry, sir.
So you think she's drummed this up so that she can come and get some money out of you, and this is the best way she could do it, to fly across the country to get in here to go? Okay. That doesn't sound reasonable to me. So if there's no evidence to overturn her testimony, which does sound reasonable, about the payment?
That I took the money out of my account.
That doesn't mean you gave it to her.
I understand that.
So, with regard to the contract and the monies and the tickets, ma'am, I don't believe him when he says he paid you everything he owes you. Therefore, I'm going to grant your judgment for the money and the tickets, $1,540. Neither one of you are getting any emotional distress. You all both were attacking each other. That's very clear. Hopefully, nobody gets violent with weapons, and hopefully my man, who seems like he might not be anybody that takes a whole lot of mess, hopefully he doesn't have to get involved in any of this. Everybody's carrying guns now. All this fist fighting y'all doing, that's old school. All right? So y'all be very careful. You need to stop it. All right, good luck. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount I stated. Everything else is dismissed. Have a good day.
She has her money. I'm just happy for her.
All I want him to do is take care of his children. That's it.
That's all I've been doing.